Hi, kindergarten, first and second grade leaders. We are preparing for August 4th, the last lesson in our series, summer series. And this week we're going to be looking at Psalm 23 together. As we look at Psalm 23, we are reminded that it says, "The Lord is my shepherd. I have everything I need. He lets me rest in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He gives me strength and he leads me along the right path for his name's sake. Even when I go through the darkest valley, I do not fear danger, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Only goodness and faithful love will be with me all of the days of my life, and I will live in the house of the Lord forever." David wrote this psalm to help him remember all of the things that God has helped David through. Remember, David was anointed as a boy to be king. He fought Goliath. He and won. He was chased and hated by King Saul, and King Saul attempted to kill him. He was befriended by Jonathan, and Jonathan was killed. He fell in love with Bathsheba, and Bathsheba happened to be married, and so he sinned but had to be restored and had to learn what forgiveness was so that his heart could be changed. He is a king and he's having to figure out how to lead his people. So he's been through a lot. And what he is acknowledging in this is that God has been his good shepherd all along the way. It's also helping us prepare to know that Jesus, when he comes, he tells the people in John 10 that that I am the good shepherd, and the good shepherd lays down his life for his sheep. Jesus laid down his life for people to save people from sin. He assured his disciples that when he returns, he will gather his sheep from among the nations and welcome them into his kingdom, Matthew 25. Because of Jesus, we have hope, because one day we will live with God forever. So, your social activity today, you're going to play with cereal one more time. There are Fruit Loops. Excuse me. And today you're going to have an enormous amount of chopsticks because each kid is going to put them in their mouth. So we don't want to share germs with anyone. So what they're going to do when you make your teams, remember with these games, we're giving everybody a chance to play. So kids are going to take the chopstick in their mouth and try to spear a cereal or two. See what I can get. And put the cereal in the other bowl. And they're trying to get as many loops of cereal as they can in 1 minute. This is rather challenging. So that's the activity for the kids. You will count how many cereals they have in their bowl at the end of their minute and put that on your score sheet. I'm so sorry. On your score sheet, and then you can help the kids to see who wins at the very end. But remember, you're breaking up into 2 teams so everybody has a chance to play. It's the same as we've done every week, just a little bit of a different activity. All right, when you move into small group, you're going to have a bag full of blindfolds. You're going to choose about half of your kids to be blindfolded and half of your kids to be the leader for the one that is blindfolded. So I would pair kids up if I were you and let them take turns being the blindfolded one. And so what you're going to do is take the kids are all of them that are going to be blindfolded are going to be blindfolded at the same time, if that makes any sense. So you're going to probably have about 4 or 5 kids that are blindfolded. You're going to take some tape and mark some X's on the floor in the room. If you want to play this game in a different area, you are welcome to. If you would like to gather everybody up who's in the room with you and you guys all play it together, you could do it like that if you wanted to as well. So the X's are minds. And what you're trying to do is direct your sheep, your blindfolded sheep, to stay away from the minds on the floor. So the kid that's blindfolded is supposed to be directed by the kid who was going to give them directions. All right. And what gets challenging about this is everybody's going to be yelling out directions all at the same time. So just like we learned in our story about the sheep knowing the shepherd's voice, they're going to have to find their shepherd's voice and listen to the instructions that their shepherd gives them. If you find that this is too challenging and just too chaotic, then you can have your shepherds move closer to their sheep and help direct them so they get the chance to try it out and be more successful at it. So that's your small group activity. One more time, you are going to use your stickers to do your memory verse game. Each kid gets one sticker. They're supposed to put them in order and then say the memory verse. If kids can say the memory verse, if you want, we have some prizes that you guys can pass out. If they can't, that's okay. Many of our kids are not with us every week, and so we don't emphasize the memory verse because that's impossible. If you're not coming regularly, it's really impossible to learn a memory verse really quick. And so I don't want anybody to feel like we're trying to purposely leave them out because we want visitors to come. We want visitors to be a part of what we do every week. So next week is Move Up Sunday. Today, I'm going to be bringing the moving up kindergartners in to take a tour during our small group time. So they will have fun watching you guys play this game, I'm sure. It's also a good time for them to see how we do things, and it is very different from what they do in their 4 or 5-year-old room. And so it's a good time for them to see what's going to happen. It's also a good time for parents to see what we're doing. Next week with Move Up Sunday, we will likely do popcorn with parents again. We're working on some details for that, so be on the lookout for details. Also, we will be having a leader huddle at the end of the month. August 25th, I believe, is the date for that. That's a Sunday afternoon. Right after church, we provide free childcare and a really yummy lunch that you don't want to miss. And this is a great time for us to get together as leaders so that you can know other people by name who you lead with regularly. It's also a really good time. And in this next year, we're going to focus on spiritual growth together and ways that we individually are learning and growing in our faith. And so I hope that you'll come be a part of that with us. We're hoping to give you some very practical tools and resources that'll help you for the future as you continue to lead your groups. Thank you for leading so well. I can't wait to start our new season with you guys next week and to celebrate the end of summer together as we start a new school year. I'll talk to you soon.